Live from Bloomberg's World Headquarters in New York, I'm Scarlett Fu.
And I'm Tim Stenovec. Welcome to the newly expanded one-hour edition of Bloomberg Crypto. We'll look at the people, transactions, and technology shaping the world of decentralized finance.
Here is what's at stake today. The crypto winter rolls on. The price of Bitcoin remains under pressure. We discuss the fallout from ETFs and VCs to longtime holders of the digital asset.
In just a few moments, we're going to speak with David Marcus, the co-founder and CEO of Lightspark. He's a former executive over at PayPal, too. We're going to get his take on all this volatility and his recent comments regarding PayPal's CEO change.
And fresh off the Seahawks' Super Bowl win, we take a deep dive into the growing boom of prediction markets.
That's all ahead over the next hour right here on Bloomberg Crypto. But after a relatively quiet start to the week, Bitcoin is sliding yet again. We're seeing it right now at 69,470. This adds to its longest losing streak since 2018 if we look at it over the whole month. I do want to point out here, look what happened on the 5th. That was last Thursday. Fell more than 13% to recover Friday, up 11%, above 70,000 for much of the past few days, but just shy of $70,000 as we speak. The question is about the outlook, and it's looking bearish. Bitcoin derivatives are flashing warning signs. Traders are still positioned defensively, and little signs, Scarlett, of new bullish bets.
Remember back when Bitcoin was making its run towards $100,000? At the time, Bitcoin ETFs are credited with driving demand. So this chart shows the overall value of Bitcoin ETFs. Their market cap peaked at around $168 billion back in October. Post-crash, they slumped to as low as $80 billion in January. They've since recovered modestly to just under $90 billion.
Matt Hogan from Bitwise says this is actually a buying opportunity.
I think this is a traditional crypto winner, will round out, and I think the people who dollar cost average in now may be happy in the future that they do it because I think the long-term trajectory is solid.
All right, Hogan is still bullish. Joining us from Hong Kong is Gracy Chen, CEO of the crypto exchange Bitget. Do you agree with Matt Hogan, or is that what you're seeing people do on Bitget, Gracy? Are they actually buying Bitcoin? Are they dollar cost averaging in at these numbers?
Well, our data is an aggregated data in terms of all the users. Of course, there's some users who are selling. But actually, I was having a dinner with about top 10 of our traders and institutional clients. I think a general sentiment over the dinner is this is a good time to do dollar cost averaging, or even just directly buy and hold, especially if you are looking at about a 3-year time horizon. So yes, I do agree with Nate.
Okay, so I guess one question I have here is, Tim was just showing us the crazy day that Bitcoin had last Thursday, how it swung all over the place. And much of that happened even before the U.S. trading day began. Which part of the trading day is the driver here for Bitcoin prices? Is it Asian trading hours? Is it U.S. trading hours?
I think the last week's decrease, quite some of them come from the Asia trading hours, as you pointed out, even before the U.S. starts the day. I was actually in New York last week, although now I'm in Asia. But at that time, we actually, as an exchange point of view, we saw some very crypto native kind of liquidations. I think that's a pattern followed with the last year's 20 billion long squeeze. And the market liquidity since then is kind of like severely impaired, with actually exchange volumes down 20 to 40% on average. So that created like a fragile environment where any selling pressure is quite dramatically amplified, leading to these steep cascading kind of declines.
Well, Gracy, that's certainly what we saw on the downside, but I'm wondering about catalysts for the upside here. We've got a bill stalled in Washington. I guess